Okay, so I realized I should have done this earlier because the the day is literally over. So this is also a second late video in 1 week. Uh, but nonetheless, I'm just gonna go ahead. So the RMS Titan. No, let's not start with that. So this week is Titanic week. Essentially, this is actually the week that leads up to the sinking of the RMS Titanic on the 15th of April, and the day that this is supposed to come out is 10th April. But I'm just gonna pretend that it is. So on this day is actually the start of. Some may say it's actually the start of the main voyage. Some say it's on the 11th, because on the 10th, Titanic officially leaves Southampton at 12 p.m. And but of course, when they say 11 April, that is the first time that is the last time Titanic uh, actually touches land and then heads out onto the Atlantic. Now, the whole thing about the Titanic is that it's so interesting because it is the like out of all the ships that could have had the spotlight, is Titanic is probably number one, if not no, if not genuinely number one, because it's such a mind-boggling thing. You know, we look at the accident, it feels like there should be something off, and while we do see tons and tons of theories that might suggest that there is something off, ultimately when you dig deeper into in each and every theory, we realize that these are just these are just either fortunate or unfortunate events that ended up accumulating as the sinking of the Titanic. And the thing is, I feel like it is also a very major thing because without the sinking of the Titanic, we wouldn't have had the modern safety regulations that we have on, for maritime purposes. The stuff like you need to have 110, like an overall of 110% of of passen of passenger and crew capacity for every single cruise ship. I think I'm not sure about for for cargo ships and stuff like that, but 110% for cruise ships. But and then it basically gives us a bit more. Basically, asks us to this whole incident asks us to be a bit more critical in our thinking, so that we can actually because when they were thinking about it at the time, they were thinking about more of a best case scenarios. Because when Titanic sank, there was lots of things like oh, they expected this to happen, or that this scenario to be the case, or that scenario to be the case, certain circumstances to be the case, which would prevent such large loss of life. But unfortunately, because of everything that's accumulated, we've ended up with what we have, which is practically a two-thirds mortality rate uh, of the Titanic. Yeah, I am actually going to go into further detail on the actual video that's supposed to go out on today, not this one. I mean, I'll try to do it in the car, but you know, my phone. I really need to go and unload all the storage from this thing. Yeah, this is the time. 29 minutes after midnight. I should be sleeping. I should be sleeping. Yeah. So thank you. See you in the next video.